Hey friends, welcome back to Rita Talks. I'm Rita, and on this YouTube channel I just share some of the thoughts, ideas that I've been thinking about. And in today's video I just want to give a few updates about this past weekend, since I haven't been since my sister came to visit me. And I also want to talk about a few ideas that I've been learning about today, and yeah, just a few overall things. So first things first, let's talk about this weekend. Uh, so I ran my first ever half marathon, which was super cool. It was the ING half marathon night marathon. Basically, it started at like 7 p.m. on Saturday, and it was super cool. Honestly, I really enjoyed it. I try to like stay very optimistic, in a good mood throughout the whole run. Actually, it was absolutely beautiful outside, so it was really enjoyable to be able to explore some places that I haven't visited before in Luxembourg. Actually, I was stopping sometimes to take some pictures, even though I had a race. And basically, I was able to complete it under the time limit, which was 3 hours. So I completed it in 2 hours, 55 seconds, 55 minutes and 3 seconds, which I'm quite happy about, because that's a bit earlier than what I had imagined. And basically, it's a different setting than the one that I had been training on, which was just the treadmill at the gym. And basically, like during the run, there were some hills, up hills, down hills, and different terrain that I'm used to, but I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good challenge. I really enjoyed the whole process. I was having fun, high-fiving little kids that were waiting on the side, just good vibes all around. There was music around town, and basically a lot of people encouraging us and just being in a good mood. It was super, super cool. I really enjoyed it. Um, kind of want to do another one sometimes in the future, maybe the same one next year, or maybe the Paris marathon or half marathon next year. I don't know if I'll. Maybe I can do a marathon, but for sure I won't be able to do it. Like my goal will still be like something like 6 hours. So basically, like just for an average pace uh, of 7 kilometers an hour, which was a bit my pace during this half marathon. Like maybe I was a bit faster since I finished it 5 minutes earlier. So yeah. Well, honestly, overall, really happy that I committed to this journey and that I was able to do it. I was super glad that to be able to complete it, and basically to stay on track during the whole race. It was so fun. I'm so glad I did it. And yeah, it was a super nice challenge. At the end of it, my feet like were cramping up, like not my legs, but my feet. I couldn't walk very well, but that's to be expected. But yeah, it was super fun. Recovery was not that bad because I took a cold shower after the run. And basically, when I came back home, took also some electrolytes to avoid any cramps in the night, and drank lots and lots of water. That was fun. And yeah, it was also nice to have my sister around the whole weekend, and she was there for the race, well, just at the beginning of the race and then at the end of the race. And yeah, it was super cool. We had a nice, fun weekend. We, stayed a bit home and then visited a bit around Luxembourg. It was super nice because the weekend, like the weather was absolutely gorgeous. So that was a great weekend. To be honest, really relaxing. Uh, I had lots of good sleep because I wasn't sleeping at these hours. Now it's already 1:20 in the morning, but it's okay. I'm gonna try and sleep maybe a bit before 2 a.m. Today. But yeah, it was super fun to have uh, a few rest days on Friday and also on Sunday. So after the race, where I did not, do much exercise, mostly because I wanted to let my body recover. And yeah, today is my first day back at the gym, so I went and did my weight training session. So basically, I do this class. It's called Body Pump, and it was cool. Um, it was nice, and today is the first day that I didn't run at the gym, so I'm not gonna continue running for now because I mean I only did it for the purposes of the half marathon, and maybe when I sign up for the next challenge, I can also start preparing. But I don't like to prepare too much in advance. I like to give myself like a pretty tight window to prepare because that's when I can go at 100% and like be focused on that, and not have to juggle too many things at the same time because it takes up a lot of mental energy. And so now I feel like a lot of mental headspace has been freed up. I've been a bit inspired. I started building my Squarespace website. Maybe by the time that I'm uploading this video, my website will be available. Bought a few domain names that I like related to some projects that I'm working on. So maybe you'll hear about that soon. But yeah, really, really happy with how this weekend turned out, and basically taking a break from things has been super helpful, and just being able to catch up on my sleep was super good. And today I just had the most, like, basically, first of all, it was super good not to have like to allocate like an hour of the day to running. Like, honestly, it took a lot of energy from me the past month, where I was like almost running every day for at least 45 minutes to an hour. So that was really, really draining. And I felt like I didn't have any time in my day to do anything else, especially after work. So yeah, now it feels good not to have this thing behind me already, and now I can just go back to my routine. Although it's not gonna last for very long because I'm gonna be traveling at the end of the week because my cousin is getting married and we're gonna go to her wedding in the south of France. And then after that, I'm just gonna spend a few days in Paris with my sisters, and then we're gonna travel to the island of Mallorca in Spain. Uh, it's gonna be a sister trip. Well, while excluding my kid sister, who's still 15, so she still lives with my parents and she's still in Morocco with my parents and won't be joining us. But hopefully, when she's 18, she will be able to join us on these trips. So yeah, that's. I'm really looking forward to it. Just to take a break from everything that's been going on in my head, and all of the things that I've been trying to work on, because it's really important, and basically it gives me some opportunity to recharge and then come back stronger. So get inspired and like see life through a new lens. Yeah, really looking. I'm excited to see what's to come. And today I also really enjoyed listening to uh, the Frozen Frontier podcast. So basically, it's the podcast by Dan Sullivan and Steve Crane. And basically, Dan Sullivan is absolutely one of my uh, mentors without him knowing it. Because honestly, I just find his work so inspiring, and his mindset so inspiring. And I've talked about this before, but I just love the wisdom and the abundance mindset that he exudes, and that basically he shares, like this whole way of living that's based on, like, that's from an optimistic worldview, and that you know, like, it's just so inspiring. And this is definitely, and basically, like, his focus on the long term, like 25-year vision, instead of having 3-year to 5-year visions. It's like 25 years. And I love these ideas. And basically, one thing that stuck out to me is that from one of these episodes that I listened to today, is that um, I'm just trying to find where I took notes of this yet. Like the best, that no one will compete with you when you have a 25-year vision, because no one is thinking that long. And that's where the Frozen Frontiers uh, uh, are to be found, in whichever domain uh, that you want to work on. And I find that super interesting. And basically, the way that he implements it is that basically he thinks in terms of 2 time scales. So the next quarter, so that's a short-term time scale where basically you measure uh, increments towards the 25-year vision, and basically the second time scale is the 25-year time scale. And it doesn't measure life in terms of 3 to 5-year time scales, because those are insignificant. The only thing that matter is what you're doing next quarter. So the actions that you're actually taking in the very short term, and basically your big vision for the future, and bigger, better dreams, I guess. And that spans across the 25 years to come. And this is very inspiring, because that's about how much I've spent already on this year. I'm 25 years old, and so just to think that when I'm thinking in terms of 25 years, these visions would be attained when I'm 50 years old. So it's just like uh, such a good way to view the world, because it makes you zoom out. And yeah, I just find this super inspiring. And that's one of the things that I really love about listening to this podcast. It's just, you know, forces you to zoom out and basically look at the big picture and the impact that you want to have on this world. So yeah, really appreciate the work that uh, Dan Sullivan puts out there with his collaborators. So this guy, I guess his name is Steve Crane, is one of them. Another one of them is um, uh, Ben Hardy, who actually writes the big books for Dan Sullivan's ideas. So an example of that is the book Who Not How, the book The Gap and the Gain, and now this new book. 10x is what is it called? 10x is easier than 2x or something like this. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. It's called, yes, 10x is easier than 2x, and it's on my to read list. I kind of want to read it. I just love it. Honestly, I love this podcast. And basically, like, what I love about Dan Sullivan is that he has so many podcasts, and there's so much content for me to just get inspired from, and I'm so grateful for that. So yeah, definitely recommend you go check out his work, his podcasts, his books. Anything related to this guy is very, very interesting. And I love like basically listening to content from him always leaves me with like a glimmer of hope and basically optimism about the future. And this is definitely the kind of mood that honestly like just helps me keep going and stay on my path and like keep trying things and keep believing in myself. And another insight that actually today, I heard from Steve Crane on this same podcast is that it's like a point that he kept on stressing for his like I think it's a startup something. Basically, they're trying to revolutionize the healthcare world. And one thing that I just like really struck with me is this mindset free zone. So basically, this idea that mindset is what matters most in entrepreneurs, and like this gives me a lot of hope because I think or hope that I have the right mindset towards these kinds of things, and it just gives me a lot of peace to know that it's the most important factor, and like basically gives me the strength to uh, keep believing in my abilities and keep uh, following the long term view and like keep my mindset positive and focused on the right things. And basically how he saw that basically mindset is truly what matters most when it comes to the success of entrepreneurs and basically making moonshots happen. And he's seen it over and over again. Whereas when someone is not, someone's mindset is not aligned with their mission, like it does not turn out well in terms of the collaboration with the startups that they are basically that are part of his program. I don't remember the name of the program, but he has a program of startups that of basically moonshot startups that he's invested in for the future to be able to revolutionize the healthcare world. And basically he couldn't like across multiple episodes. I think I listened to 7 episodes of this podcast today just to tell you how inspired I was by this podcast. I absolutely loved it. And he kept on stressing that it's the most important thing, that mindset is the most important thing, if not the only thing that matters when it comes to filtering people out. So basically choosing the people that you surround yourself with based on their mindset, and making that like it's a hard learned lesson that he was talking about, that over and over again this lesson he kept being taught this lesson, that when he did not filter people by mindset, he kept getting beaten back in the butt by it. And this gives me a lot of peace because I definitely I'm tend to be very careful about the kind of people that I let myself be truly genuine around, or be truly myself around, and truly open myself up to, because it's like you can't be vulnerable with everyone, especially when it comes to ambition, because I feel like displaying ambition is a show of vulnerability, because people know what you care about, and when they do, they can use it. They can use it to help you, or they can use it against you. And so, sometimes I just feel that it's really important to basically protect that little flame that keeps me going. If if not for myself, but then for others, I guess. But mostly for myself too. If I'm being completely honest, because I feel like it affects my well-being so much that I'm genuinely happy when I'm surrounded with the right people with the right ideas, and so yeah, just trying to find the balance in terms of who to let in and who not to spend as much time with. And yeah, it helps me make peace with the decisions that I've made when it comes to relationships, friendships, and people I spend my time around. So yeah, this is always an interesting topic, and I've talked about it in the past on this channel. So yeah, I think that's all I want to talk about for today. Thanks a lot for tuning in. You can click here to watch my previous video on this channel. So the one that I filmed on Thursday before my sister came to visit. And you can click here to watch my latest video on the channel overall. So thanks again for tuning in. I hope you have a fantastic rest of day, night, whichever time of day it is where you are right now. Bye for now, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye!